How you start your morning has a profound impact on the rest of your day. It's not just about waking up early or rushing through tasks. It's about setting an intentional tone that aligns with your goals, values, and mindset. The morning is a powerful time because it offers a clean slate, a fresh opportunity to create the day you want. When you wake up with purpose and clarity, you're more likely to make decisions that reflect your priorities. On the other hand, if you wake up feeling scattered, reactive, or unmotivated, those feelings can follow you throughout the day, affecting your productivity, mood, and interactions with others. The way you spend your first hour after waking up has a ripple effect on your energy, focus, and attitude, which is why creating a purposeful morning routine isn't just helpful, it's essential. Purpose doesn't have to mean having everything figured out. It simply means having a clear understanding of what matters most to you and starting your day with that focus in mind. Whether it's dedicating time to physical health, mental clarity, spiritual growth, or professional goals, having a structure helps eliminate decision fatigue. Too many people start their mornings in reactive mode, grabbing their phones, scrolling through emails, or being overwhelmed by external demands before even taking a moment for themselves. This reactive approach immediately puts your brain in a state of stress and distraction, making it difficult to focus on meaningful goals. Instead, a purposeful morning begins with self-care, reflection, and intentional actions that prioritize your well-being. One of the most effective ways to create a purposeful morning is by establishing a consistent routine. Humans are creatures of habit, and routines help automate positive behaviors. When you have a set routine, you no longer waste time deciding what to do next. Simple habits like drinking water first thing in the morning, journaling, stretching, or meditating can become powerful anchors that prepare your mind and body for the day. These habits don't have to be time-consuming or complicated, they just need to be intentional. For example, 5 minutes of gratitude, journaling, or 10 minutes of focused breathing can make a significant difference in how you feel and think throughout the day. Another key aspect of starting your day with purpose is defining your priorities. Take a moment each morning to reflect on what matters most for the day ahead. Ask yourself, what are the top 3 things I need to accomplish today? What mindset do I want to carry throughout the day? When you clarify your priorities, you're less likely to get distracted by minor tasks or overwhelmed by a long to-do list. Purposeful mornings are about setting clear intentions rather than being reactive to whatever comes your way. Writing down your intentions or saying them out loud can reinforce your focus and remind you to stay on track. Mindset also plays a critical role in purposeful mornings. The thoughts you entertain in the first hour of your day have a significant impact on your mood and perspective. Starting your day with positive affirmations, reading an inspiring passage, or listening to motivational content can prime your mind for success. On the other hand, diving into negative news or focusing on stress-inducing thoughts can set a tone of anxiety and frustration. Being intentional about the mental space you create each morning is just as important as the physical actions you take. Physical activity is another powerful way to start your day with intention. Movement, whether it's stretching, a short workout, or a brisk walk, boosts endorphins, improves blood circulation, and wakes up your body. It's not about becoming an elite athlete. It's about using movement to prepare your body and mind for the day ahead. Even 10 minutes of stretching or yoga can have a profound effect on your mood and energy levels. Physical activity also has a meditative quality. It allows you to connect with your body, breathe deeply, and let go of mental clutter. Equally important is taking time for stillness and reflection in the morning. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, moments of silence are incredibly valuable. Whether through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simple moments of reflection, stillness helps you center yourself and gain mental clarity. It's during these quiet moments that you can remind yourself of your values, your goals, and the kind of person you want to be throughout the day. This mental reset creates a foundation of calm and focus even before the busyness of the day begins. Nourishing your body with healthy food and hydration is another essential part of a purposeful morning. The fuel you give your body in the morning affects your energy, focus, and mood for the rest of the day. A balanced breakfast with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates can prevent energy crashes and keep your mind sharp. Hydrating with water first thing in the morning helps wake up your body, improve digestion, and boost your overall sense of well-being. Finally, it's important to remember that starting your day with purpose doesn't mean perfection. Some mornings will feel chaotic, and that's okay. The key is consistency over time. Even if your morning routine isn't flawless every day, the effort to show up for yourself and start with intention builds momentum. Over time, these small daily habits add up to significant transformations in your life. When you start your day with intention, you're not just reacting to life, you're actively creating it. Every morning becomes an opportunity to move closer to your goals, strengthen your mindset, and set a positive tone for everything that follows. It's not about how early you wake up or how long your routine is. It's about the quality of your actions and the clarity of your intentions. When you take control of your mornings, you take control of your life one purposeful day at a time. One of the greatest sources of stress and anxiety in life comes from the relentless need to control every outcome. People often hold tightly to their plans, expectations, and timelines, believing that if they just work harder or worry enough, they can force life to bend to their will. While planning, hard work and ambition are important, there's a fine line between responsible preparation and an unhealthy obsession with control. The truth is, no matter how much effort or planning you put into something, there will always be variables beyond your influence. Learning to release control and trust in a bigger plan is not about giving up or being passive. It's about focusing your energy on what you can control and surrendering the rest to a higher force, fate, or simply the natural flow of life. When you try to control everything, you create unnecessary tension within yourself. You start micromanaging every detail, overthinking outcomes, and exhausting yourself mentally and emotionally. This need for control often stems from fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, or fear of disappointment. Ironically, the more you try to control every outcome, the more you realize how little control you actually have, and this realization can lead to even more frustration and anxiety. Instead, releasing control doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. It means acknowledging your limitations and focusing on what's within your reach, your actions, your responses, and your mindset. Trusting the bigger plan involves developing a sense of faith, whether that faith is in a higher power, the universe, or simply in the belief that things will work out as they're meant to. It's about accepting that you won't always have all the answers, and that's okay. Sometimes what seems like a setback or failure in the moment is actually redirection towards something better. Life has a way of unfolding in ways we can't predict, and often our greatest breakthroughs come from situations that initially felt like breakdowns. Trusting the process means embracing uncertainty and being open to outcomes that might not align with your initial expectations but could ultimately serve you in ways you can't yet see. Another key aspect of releasing control is understanding the difference between what you can and cannot change. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes this principle through the concept of the dichotomy of control. Focus only on what's within your power and let go of everything else. You can't control other people's actions, thoughts, or opinions. You can't control every external event, but you can control how you respond to those situations. Shifting your focus from external outcomes to internal responses allows you to reclaim your power. Instead of feeling helpless when things don't go your way, you develop resilience, adaptability, and emotional strength. Letting go of control also fosters peace of mind. When you stop fighting against the flow of life and start working with it, you release the weight of unnecessary stress. Think of it like swimming against a strong current. It's exhausting, frustrating, and ultimately futile. But when you learn to trust and move with the current, you conserve energy, stay afloat, and make progress with far less struggle. This doesn't mean you stop putting in effort. It means you stop resisting the natural flow of life and trust that everything is unfolding in its own time and for a purpose. One of the most powerful habits you can develop to help release control is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to stay present and fully engage with the current moment rather than worrying about future outcomes or regretting past decisions. When you're mindful, you're less likely to obsess over things you can't control because you're focused on what's happening right now. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a few moments each day to sit in silence can help you become more comfortable with uncertainty. The more you practice being present, the easier it becomes to let go of the need to control every aspect of your life. Another essential component of releasing control is cultivating patience. In our fast-paced world, where instant gratification is often the norm, waiting can feel unbearable. But meaningful growth, success, and transformation take time. When you trust the bigger plan, you accept that some things can't be rushed. Seeds don't turn into trees overnight, and meaningful goals don't manifest without time, effort, and patience. Trusting the timing of your life doesn't mean you stop working towards your goals. It means you stop obsessing over when and how they'll materialize. It's also important to recognize the role of self-awareness and letting go of control. Ask yourself, why do I feel the need to control this situation? What am I afraid of? Often the need for control is tied to deeper emotional patterns or past experiences. Understanding these triggers can help you address them and develop healthier coping mechanisms. For example, if you realize that your need for control stems from a fear of failure, you can start reframing your relationship with failure and seeing it as a learning opportunity rather than something to be avoided at all costs. At its core, releasing control is about trusting yourself, trusting the process, and trust that life is guiding you in the right direction, even when it doesn't seem like it. It's about doing your best with what you have, making thoughtful decisions, and then stepping back to allow space for things to unfold naturally. When you release control, you create room for creativity, inspiration, and unexpected opportunities to enter your life. Life becomes less about force and more about flow. You'll find yourself moving through challenges with more grace and resilience because you're no longer fighting against what is. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you'll start seeing them as lessons or redirections. Releasing control isn't a one-time decision, it's an ongoing practice that requires conscious effort. But with time, it becomes second nature, a mindset that allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with calm, clarity, and unwavering confidence. Gratitude is one of the most powerful yet overlooked tools for personal transformation and mental well-being. When you intentionally start your day with gratitude, you are actively shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Many people wake up each morning with thoughts of stress, anxiety, or frustration about the challenges they expect to face throughout the day. They focus on what they lack, what they fear, or what might go wrong. However, starting your morning with gratitude allows you to reframe your mindset and focus on what is already good in your life. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to notice the blessings, opportunities, and simple moments of joy that often go unnoticed. When you make gratitude a daily practice, it changes the way your brain processes information. Neuroscience shows that gratitude activates the brain's reward center, releasing dopamine and serotonin chemicals associated with happiness and well-being. Over time, practicing gratitude consistently can rewire your brain to naturally seek out positive aspects of your life rather than dwelling on negativity. This means that starting your morning with gratitude isn't just a nice habit, it's a scientifically proven way to enhance your emotional resilience, reduce stress, and improve overall mental health. The beauty of gratitude is that it doesn't require grand gestures or perfect circumstances. You don't need to wait for monumental achievements or life-changing events to feel grateful. In fact, it's often the smallest moments that have the most profound impact: a warm cup of coffee, the sun shining through your window, the sound of birds chirping, or even the simple fact that you have another day to live, breathe, and grow. When you take a moment each morning to reflect on these small blessings, you build a habit of appreciating life's everyday gifts. Over time, this practice creates a deep sense of contentment and emotional stability that external circumstances can't easily shake. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude in the morning is through journaling. Keeping a gratitude journal allows you to put your thoughts into words and see them on paper. Each morning, you can write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how big or small. For example, you might be grateful for a supportive friend, a good night's sleep, or the opportunity to pursue your goals. The key is to be specific and genuine. Instead of just writing, "I'm grateful for my family," you could write, "I'm grateful for the way my sister called to check on me yesterday. It made me feel loved and cared for." Specificity deepens the emotional connection to your gratitude and reinforces its impact on your mindset. Gratitude can also be cultivated through mindfulness. Taking a few moments each morning to simply sit in silence, breathe deeply, and focus on what you're grateful for can create a powerful emotional shift. You might choose to reflect on 3 things you're thankful for as you sit quietly, allowing yourself to fully feel the warmth and appreciation in your heart. Mindfulness practices such as gratitude meditation can anchor your mind in the present moment and prevent it from wandering into worry or regret. It's important to remember that gratitude isn't about denying negative emotions or ignoring challenges. Life will always have difficulties, and pretending otherwise isn't helpful. However, gratitude provides perspective. It reminds you that even in the middle of hardship, there are still things to be thankful for. This shift in perspective helps you face challenges with greater resilience and optimism. For example, if you're facing a difficult situation at work, gratitude might remind you of the supportive team members you have or the skills you've developed over time. It doesn't erase the challenge, but it empowers you to approach it with a more balanced mindset. Another way to cultivate gratitude is to express it outwardly. Take a moment each morning to send a thank you message to someone who has made a difference in your life, or simply express your appreciation to a family member, friend, or colleague. Expressing gratitude not only strengthens your relationships, but also deepens your own sense of fulfillment. Gratitude is contagious when you share it with others. It creates a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond you. Gratitude also serves as an anchor during times of uncertainty or change. Life can often feel unpredictable, and mornings can sometimes bring overwhelming thoughts about the unknown. But when you have a gratitude practice in place, it becomes a grounding force that keeps you steady. Even if everything else feels chaotic, gratitude reminds you of the constants in your life, the things, people, or experiences that continue to bring value and joy. It's worth noting that gratitude is most effective when it's consistent. A single moment of gratitude can bring a fleeting sense of happiness, but daily gratitude builds a strong emotional foundation over time. It's not about how long you spend on the practice, it's about showing up for it regularly. Whether it's 5 minutes of journaling, a short meditation, or a simple mental list of things you're thankful for, the key is to make it a habit. Incorporating gratitude into your morning routine creates a positive momentum that carries you throughout the day. When you start your day with a grateful heart, you're more likely to approach challenges with patience, interact with others with kindness, and make decisions from a place of clarity rather than fear. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a mindset, a perspective, and a daily practice that can transform your mornings and ultimately your life. By choosing to focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you create space for joy, peace, and fulfillment to thrive. Resilience is not simply about surviving difficult situations, it's about thriving despite them. It's about cultivating an unshakable mindset that allows you to navigate setbacks, disappointments, and failures with grace and determination. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with moments of triumph as well as periods of hardship. Developing resilience is not about eliminating obstacles, but about preparing yourself mentally and emotionally to face them head on. Resilient people don't crumble under pressure, they adapt, adjust, and emerge stronger from adversity. This strength doesn't come from avoiding pain or discomfort, but from learning how to process those emotions, extract lessons from them, and use them as fuel to move forward. At the core of resilience is the ability to reframe failure and setbacks. People often view failure as a dead end, a sign that they aren't good enough or that their goals are unattainable. However, resilient individuals see failure as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the growth process. Every failure offers valuable lessons, insights, and opportunities for self-improvement. When you shift your mindset to see setbacks as temporary and surmountable rather than permanent and catastrophic, you empower yourself to keep moving forward. This reframing doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that must be practiced consistently. Each time you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me better by focusing on growth rather than loss? You train your mind to bounce back faster and stronger. Another key element of resilience is emotional regulation. In challenging situations, emotions often run high. Frustration, anger, sadness, or anxiety can cloud your judgment and make it difficult to see the bigger picture. Resilient individuals don't suppress their emotions, they acknowledge them, process them, and then take intentional action. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role here. When you're able to recognize and understand your emotional triggers, you can respond to challenges in a more measured and thoughtful way. Practices like journaling, mindfulness, and deep breathing exercises can help you build emotional resilience. These tools allow you to pause, reflect, and choose your response rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or anger. Resilience is also deeply connected to your sense of purpose. People who have a clear sense of why they are doing something are far more likely to persevere through challenges. Purpose acts as an anchor during turbulent times, giving you a reason to keep pushing forward, even when the path is unclear. Whether your purpose is tied to your career, family, personal goals, or a cause you believe in, it serves as a guiding light when obstacles arise. Take time to reflect on your values, passions, and long-term vision for your life. When you have a clear understanding of what truly matters to you, temporary setbacks lose their power to derail your progress. Self-compassion is another essential aspect of building resilience. Many people are their own harshest critics, berating themselves for every mistake or perceived failure. However, self-criticism rarely leads to improvement. It often reinforces feelings of inadequacy and discouragement. Resilient individuals treat themselves with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. They recognize that failure is a universal human experience and that imperfection is a part of growth. Self-compassion means speaking to yourself the way you would speak to a close friend who is struggling with encouragement, patience, and empathy. When you practice self-compassion, you create an internal environment that fosters growth rather than fear. Resilient people also embrace adaptability. Life is rarely linear, and plans often don't unfold exactly as expected. Adaptability is the ability to adjust your course without losing sight of your destination. Instead of rigidly clinging to a specific plan, resilient individuals stay open to alternative paths and unexpected opportunities. They understand that change is not inherently negative, it's simply a part of life. This flexibility allows them to remain proactive rather than reactive, making thoughtful decisions even in uncertain situations. Building resilience also involves surrounding yourself with a strong support system. While resilience is an internal quality, it's reinforced by external connections. Friends, family, mentors, or even support groups can provide encouragement, perspective, and advice during difficult times. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's an act of courage and self-awareness. Resilient people know when to lean on others and when to offer support in return. These connections create a sense of belonging and remind you that you don't have to face challenges alone. Physical health plays a surprisingly significant role in resilience as well. The mind and body are deeply interconnected, and physical well-being directly impacts emotional and mental resilience. Regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and a balanced diet help regulate stress hormones, improve mood, and boost energy levels. When your body is strong and well-nourished, you're better equipped to handle mental and emotional challenges. Even small habits like taking a daily walk or practicing yoga can contribute to building resilience over time. Resilient individuals also focus on progress rather than perfection. Perfectionism is often a major roadblock to resilience because it creates unrealistic standards and magnifies every mistake. Progress, on the other hand, is about consistent effort and incremental growth. Resilience is built through small, intentional actions taken consistently over time. Celebrate your small wins, acknowledge your growth, and remind yourself that every step forward counts. Lastly, resilient individuals maintain a hopeful outlook. Hope is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. It's the belief that better days are ahead and that you have the power to influence your circumstances. This mindset doesn't eliminate hardship, but it gives you the strength to keep going. Resilient people focus on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than limitations, and lessons rather than regrets. Resilience is not a fixed trait. It's a skill that can be developed with practice, reflection, and intentional effort. Every time you face a challenge, you have an opportunity to build this skill further. Over time, resilience becomes less about bouncing back and more about bouncing forward, using every setback as a springboard for growth, strength, and success. In a world overflowing with constant notifications, endless social media updates, and an overwhelming influx of information, the ability to focus has become one of the most valuable skills for personal and professional success. Distractions are everywhere, and if left unchecked, they can quietly steal away hours, days, and even years of your life. To truly prioritize your goals and make meaningful progress, you must learn to identify these distractions, eliminate them, and create an environment that supports deep focus and productivity. It's not just about managing your time, it's about managing your attention and directing it toward what truly matters. One of the first steps in eliminating distractions is recognizing what they are. Distractions aren't always obvious, and they don't just come in the form of social media apps or Netflix binges. Sometimes distractions are disguised as seemingly important tasks, constant emails, unnecessary meetings, or even helping others at the expense of your own priorities. These are what productivity experts often call productive distractions. They make you feel busy, but don't necessarily move you closer to your goals. To address this, it's essential to create a clear distinction between tasks that are truly impactful and those that simply fill time. Ask yourself regularly, is this task helping me move closer to my primary goals, or is it just keeping me busy? Once you've identified the distractions, the next step is to create boundaries. This could mean setting clear work hours, turning off notifications on your phone, or creating a designated workspace free from interruptions. For many people, the most significant source of distraction is their smartphone. Endless scrolling, app notifications, and constant access to entertainment can derail even the most focused individuals. One effective strategy is to schedule specific times for checking your phone or social media and sticking to those boundaries. Digital tools like app blockers or focus timers can also help limit access to distracting platforms. Prioritization is another critical component of eliminating distractions. Without clear priorities, it's easy to spend your time on low-value tasks while neglecting the things that truly matter. A useful tool for prioritization is the Eisenhower matrix, which helps you categorize tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. The goal is to spend most of your time on tasks that are important but not necessarily urgent. These are the activities that create long-term value and progress. It's easy to get caught up in putting out fires and responding to emergencies, but if you don't intentionally make time for high-impact tasks, they'll always be pushed aside. Another key aspect of eliminating distractions is mastering the art of saying no. Many people struggle with this because they fear letting others down or missing out on opportunities. However, every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that does. Learning to politely but firmly decline requests, invitations, or obligations that don't serve your objectives is a critical skill. It's not about being selfish, it's about being intentional with your time and energy. Every hour you spend on something non-essential is an hour taken away from something meaningful. Creating a structured daily routine is also essential for minimizing distractions. When you have a clear plan for your day, you're less likely to drift aimlessly or fall into the trap of reactive tasks. Start each day by identifying your top priorities and blocking out time specifically for focused work. Techniques like time blocking, where you assign specific hours to particular tasks, can be incredibly effective. Additionally, the Pomodoro technique, a time management method where you work in focused 25-minute intervals followed by short breaks, can help maintain concentration and prevent burnout. Your physical environment also plays a significant role in your ability to focus. A cluttered workspace often leads to a cluttered mind. Take time to organize your surroundings, remove unnecessary items, and ensure that your environment supports focus rather than hinders it. If possible, create a dedicated workspace that signals to your brain that it's time to focus whenever you sit down there. Small adjustments like using noise-canceling headphones or keeping your phone in another room can make a significant difference in minimizing distractions. Mental clarity is equally important. Often our biggest distractions come not from external sources, but from within our minds. Worries, regrets, and to-do lists can hijack our thoughts and prevent us from being fully present in the task at hand. Practices like mindfulness meditation, journaling, or even a quick brain dump where you write down all your thoughts on paper can help clear mental clutter. When your mind is calm and focused, you're better equipped to tackle your priorities without being sidetracked by internal noise. It's also crucial to recognize that focus isn't an infinite resource. Cognitive scientists have shown that our brains have a limited capacity for deep focus each day. This means that trying to force yourself to concentrate for hours on end is counterproductive. Instead, schedule your most important tasks during your peak focus hours times of the day when your energy and mental clarity are at their highest. For many people, this is in the morning, but it can vary based on individual rhythms. Finally, reward yourself for staying focused and eliminating distractions. Positive reinforcement helps build habits and makes focused work more satisfying. After completing a deep work session, take a short walk, enjoy a healthy snack, or spend a few minutes on an activity you love. These small rewards create a positive association with focused work, making it easier to resist distractions in the future. Eliminating distractions and prioritizing your goals isn't a one-time effort, it's an ongoing practice. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to aligning your daily actions with your long-term objectives. When you become intentional about where your time and attention go, you'll notice significant improvements not only in your productivity, but also in your overall sense of fulfillment and purpose. Every moment you spend focused on your goals is an investment in your future, and eliminating distractions is the key to making that investment count. In a world driven by instant gratification, patience has become an undervalued virtue. Everywhere we look, we are bombarded with messages promising quick results, overnight success, instant wealth, rapid weight loss, or immediate mastery of complex skills. However, real and lasting success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, time, and most importantly, patience. Trusting the process means believing that your efforts, even if they don't show immediate results, are moving you closer to your goals. It's about understanding that growth happens incrementally and often invisibly at first. Just like a seed planted in fertile soil, progress takes time to grow roots before it breaks through the surface. Without patience, even the most well-planned goals can fall apart because impatience often leads to frustration, self-doubt, and ultimately giving up too soon. Patience isn't passive, it's an active mindset. It doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It means staying committed to your journey, even when results are slow to appear. This active patience involves taking consistent action while maintaining a calm and resilient mindset. The most successful people in any field, whether it's business, sports, art, or personal development, understand this principle deeply. They know that success is built one step at a time, and each small step contributes to the bigger picture. Whether you're building a career, working on your health, or improving a skill, it's essential to recognize that meaningful progress takes time. There will be moments of stagnation, and there may even be setbacks, but these are all part of the process. Trusting the process means having faith that every effort you make is laying a brick in the foundation of your success. Impatience often arises from a fixation on outcomes rather than the journey itself. When you focus solely on the end result, you set yourself up for disappointment because progress is rarely linear. There will be plateaus, delays, and unexpected challenges along the way. Instead of obsessing over the finish line, shift your focus to the actions and habits you can control. If your goal is to build a successful business, focus on delivering value every day. If your goal is to become healthier, focus on showing up to exercise regularly and making better food choices. By concentrating on daily habits rather than the distant finish line, you remove unnecessary pressure and allow yourself to stay motivated in the present moment. One of the most powerful tools for developing patience is learning to celebrate small wins. Every milestone, no matter how minor it may seem, deserves recognition. These small victories act as stepping stones, reminding you that progress is happening even if it's not immediately visible. When you celebrate small wins, you reinforce positive behavior and build momentum, which keeps you motivated to keep going. Patience becomes easier when you can see and acknowledge these small markers of success along the way. Another important aspect of patience is managing your expectations. Unrealistic expectations can be one of the biggest obstacles to trusting the process. If you expect immediate results from your efforts, you're setting yourself up for frustration. Real growth and transformation take time, and sometimes the timeline isn't under your control. It's important to set realistic goals and timelines for yourself. This doesn't mean lowering your standards, it means aligning your expectations with reality. When you understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint, you allow yourself to stay focused and resilient even when progress is slow. Resilience and patience are deeply interconnected. Patience allows you to stay resilient when things don't go according to plan. Every journey will have obstacles, but those who succeed are the ones who remain steadfast despite those challenges. They don't let temporary setbacks define their progress. Instead, they view obstacles as opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. Patience gives you the mental clarity to pause, assess the situation, and move forward with purpose instead of reacting impulsively out of frustration. Trusting the process also requires letting go of the illusion of control. While you can control your actions, effort, and mindset, you can't always control outcomes. There will be external factors, timing, market conditions, unforeseen circumstances that impact your progress. The key is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing that some things are beyond your influence and that worrying about them only wastes energy. By accepting uncertainty and staying focused on your efforts, you cultivate a mindset of patience and trust. Patience also requires a deep sense of self-belief. If you don't believe in your own capabilities or the worthiness of your goals, impatience will take over when progress slows down. Self-belief acts as the foundation for patience because it keeps you anchored during moments of doubt. When you trust yourself and your vision, you're more likely to stay committed even when the road gets tough. This internal confidence allows you to weather the storms of uncertainty without losing sight of your bigger purpose. Another key factor in cultivating patience is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. When you're constantly chasing results, it's easy to overlook the progress you've already made. Taking time each day to reflect on your progress, your opportunities, and the lessons you've learned can create a sense of calm and contentment. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop striving for more. It means you recognize and appreciate where you are right now.